All right, let's jump right in to another deep dive into the unexplained. We're going to explore some truly baffling encounters and phenomena today.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, we're going to be using historical accounts, folklore, even some modern-day puzzles. So get ready, we've got possible giants,
Oh, wow.
mysterious creatures, and ancient stones with connections across time. Ready to dive in.
Absolutely, I am.
Yeah,
One of the things that always gets me about these stories is that they often share common threads
right.
across cultures and time periods. It's like we humans are wired to try to seek explanations for the unknown, you know,
Yeah.
to weave narratives that connect us to something bigger than ourselves.
I totally agree. And today we've got a stack of sources that suggest there might be more to these legends than we think. Our first stop is Lovelock Cave in Nevada.
Okay.
Picture this. It's 1911. Two miners are digging for bat guano when they stumble upon something straight out of a movie. Like an Indiana Jones movie, a collection of human skeletons, some measuring 7 to 8 feet tall.
Wow. So, giant myths are found worldwide, often linked to creation stories or explanations of ancient structures.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lovelock Cave discovery, it really stands out because of some very specific details
Okay.
that link it to local legends. For example, a lot of the skeletons had red hair.
And that's where the Paiute tribe's oral history comes in. They have these stories passed down for generations of battling a race of cannibalistic, red-haired giants. Imagine hearing those stories and then suddenly
Yeah,
these giant skeletons with red hair are unearthed right in your backyard.
exactly. Get even more interesting. Sarah Winnemucca Hopkins, a Paiute writer and activist, claimed that her grandmother had sewn a dress using the hair of these giants.
Whoa.
Can you imagine a family heirloom like that?
Oh, no.
We also have to consider the giant sandal found in the cave.
Okay.
A size 29, it really makes you wonder about the scale of these beings.
Wow, that's a big shoe.
Yeah.
These details are definitely intriguing. The Paiute stories go on to describe how they eventually trapped the giants in Lovelock Cave and set fire to the entrance
Get rid of them.
to end their reign of terror.
And what's really remarkable is that archaeologists found evidence of intense burning near the cave entrance, matching the Paiute account. It's almost as if the archaeological record is validating those ancient stories.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible connection. But Lovelock Cave isn't the only place in Nevada with tales of giants. There are numerous reports from the 1800s, like the 11-foot skeleton found in 1904 and the 8.5-footer in 1931. Do you think there could be a connection between all these discoveries? Or are they just isolated incidents?
It's really hard to say for sure without more evidence. But the recurring theme of giant discoveries in the region, combined with the physical evidence and the Paiute oral history,
Right.
it definitely suggests that there might be more to these legends than we initially thought.
What do you think? Does it make you reevaluate what you thought you knew about history?
Yeah, it definitely makes you wonder. Okay, for our next mystery, we're saddling up and heading to Tombstone, Arizona,
Okay.
a town known for its Wild West history. Oh, yeah. And the infamous gunfight at the OK Corral. But beyond the gunslingers and saloons, Tombstone harbors a mystery of a different kind.
I'm intrigued.
In 1890, the Tombstone Epitaph, a local newspaper, published this chilling report. Two ranchers claim to have encountered a monstrous flying creature
Oh, wow.
while out on the range.
Like a big bird.
No, they described it as a prehistoric monster with a wingspan of 100 feet, a head 8 feet long, and filled with razor-sharp teeth.
I would not want to run into that.
No, can you imagine seeing something like that in the sky?
No.
And someone even took a photograph of the creature, but like many elements of this tale, the photo has vanished. All we have left are the ranchers' chilling accounts.
Of course, there are always those fake photos floating around online. But I think even hoaxes can be interesting.
Right.
They reflect our enduring fascination with these stories, our desire to see the impossible captured in a photo.
Do you think that these hoaxes can tell us something about ourselves and our need to believe in something beyond the ordinary?
Yeah, absolutely. It taps into our sense of wonder, our desire to find explanations for the unexplained. What's fascinating here is that this supposed pterodactyl sighting might be connected to Native American lore.
Oh, really?
What about the Thunderbird?
Oh, yeah.
This giant, powerful bird associated with storms and supernatural power. Could the rancher's pterodactyl actually be a Thunderbird sighting?
It's possible. Thunderbird depictions vary a lot across different tribes. Sometimes it's portrayed as a spiritual entity,
Right.
sometimes as a very real, enormous creature.
Which interpretation fits the Tombstone story? That remains a
A
mystery.
mystery indeed. It makes you wonder, how do we reconcile these ancient beliefs with our modern understanding of the world?
Right.
All right, for our next stop, we're traveling to Mecca, a place of immense religious significance. At the heart of Islam lies the Kaaba.
A sacred structure that houses a revered relic, the Black Stone. Millions of Muslims circle the Kaaba during the Hajj pilgrimage, hoping to touch or kiss this stone, believing it to hold divine significance.
So what exactly is the Black Stone? Scientifically speaking, there is a theory that it could be a meteorite, a visitor from outer space that landed on Earth long ago.
Oh, wow. So how do meteorites become black stones? And what makes them so special?
Well, meteorites, during their journey through space, are bombarded by cosmic rays.
Huh.
This constant exposure kind of imbues them with a slight radioactivity, which, combined with their extraterrestrial origin,
Yeah.
makes them pretty unique. This theory adds another layer of intrigue to the Blackstone story, doesn't it?
It definitely does. But because of the black stone's sacred status, no scientific analysis has been permitted. So this leaves us in this fascinating limbo, caught between scientific curiosity
Right.
and religious reverence.
I see what you mean.
What do you make of this tension between science and faith, especially when it comes to understanding the unexplained?
I think it highlights the different ways we as humans try to make sense of the world around us. Sometimes faith and science can coexist, each offering their own perspective on the mysteries we encounter. But sometimes they clash, leaving us with more questions than answers.
Very true. Now let's hop over to the beautiful island of Sardinia,
Okay.
where a farmer in 1974 made a discovery that would rewrite history. While tilling his field, his plow struck something hard, the head of a giant statue.
You're kidding. Imagine unearthing a massive stone head staring back at you with obsidian eyes. And this was only the beginning.
Whoa.
Archaeologists excavated the area and unearthed over 5,000 fragments of these statues, some standing 8 feet tall and weighing nearly a ton.
So we're talking warriors, archers, boxers, all frozen in time,
Mhm.
crafted with incredible detail.
Right.
They're known as the Giants of Monte Prama,
Okay.
created by this mysterious Nuragic civilization who inhabited Sardinia nearly 4,000 years ago.
Unfortunately, the Nuragic civilization didn't leave behind any written records. So archaeologists are left with this giant puzzle to piece together.
Right.
Why did they create these monumental statues? And why were they buried, almost like bodies laid to rest?
That's a good question. Some researchers think this buried ancestor theory could be linked to Sardinian giant legends. What if the statues represent an actual race of giants who once roamed the island? Do you think that's a plausible explanation?
It's an intriguing possibility,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you consider the accounts from ancient Greek historians. Diodorus Siculus, for instance, wrote about a lineage of giants descended from Hercules, who supposedly inhabited Sardinia.
Oh, wow.
These stories, they intertwine with Sardinian folklore, blurring the line between myth and reality. It really makes you wonder if there could be a grain of truth hidden within these legends.
Yeah, so we have these massive statues, ancient accounts from historians and local legends, all pointing to the possibility of giants in Sardinia. Could the giants of Monte Prama be more than just impressive sculptures? Could they be echoes of a forgotten chapter in human history?
That's a question that continues to captivate archaeologists and historians.
Mm.
And the mystery doesn't end there. Scattered across Sardinia are these, they're called the Tombs of the Giants.
Okay.
Massive stone structures with an eerie design that hints at their possible purpose.
Okay, so describe these tombs.
Well, they're built with these large blocks of stone arranged to create a chamber with only a small opening at the base, almost as if they were built around something. And what has been found inside these tombs fuels the giant mystery even further.
I'm listening.
In 1901, 4 skeletons measuring 9 feet tall were reportedly unearthed in one of these tombs. More recently, 3 more skeletons were discovered in Torralba, a region in southwest Sardinia.
So are we talking about giant skeletons inside giant tombs?
Potentially. But here's the frustrating part. A lot of this skeletal evidence has vanished. It's almost like someone is trying to erase the giants from history.
Oh, wow. It makes you wonder if there's some kind of cover-up.
Right. This pattern of missing evidence raises a whole new set of questions. What happened to those skeletons? Who would benefit from a cover-up? And what does it all mean for how we understand human history? It's a mystery that might never be fully solved.
Okay, get ready for a time jump because we're heading back to the modern day with a mystery that baffled the world just a few years ago. Remember the Utah monolith?
Oh yeah, that gleaming metal structure that appeared out of nowhere in a remote desert canyon.
In 2020, the internet exploded with images of this enigmatic monolith, sparking all sorts of theories. Was it an alien message, an art installation, a prank gone viral?
And then, just as suddenly as it appeared, it vanished.
But that's not even the end of the story. It seems like someone was watching and decided to join the game. Similar monoliths started appearing all over the globe, from India to Italy, even a gingerbread monolith outside a candy shop in Pittsburgh. It seems like the world had gone monolith mad.
Wow. While some might have dismissed it as just a passing fad, historians saw something much deeper at play. They pointed to ancient menhirs, upright stones erected across Europe thousands of years ago. They bear a striking resemblance to the Utah monolith.
Oh, interesting.
What's particularly intriguing is the concentration of menhir construction around 4000 BCE. It suggests a shared impulse, a cultural phenomenon that spanned vast distances and connected people across time and space.
So are we unconsciously replicating ancient practices, drawn to create these structures for reasons we don't fully understand? Are the modern monoliths echoes of a primal urge to leave our mark on the world just as our ancestors did millennia ago?
It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? Yeah, the modern monolith phenomenon, while seemingly whimsical, might be tapping into something ancient and deeply rooted in our collective psyche. A need to create, to connect, to leave a lasting impression on the landscape, just like our ancestors did with those enigmatic menhirs. What do you think?
It's almost like we're drawn to these mysteries, whether they're hidden in ancient tombs or popping up in our own backyards. It just reminds us that there's still so much we don't know, so much left to discover.
That's the beauty of it, right? The world is just full of mysteries, big and small, and each one offers a chance to learn, to question, and to kind of expand our understanding of ourselves and the universe we inhabit.
Yeah, so what does this all mean? We've journeyed from Nevada caves to Sardinian tombs, encountered possible giants and thunderbirds, pondered the meaning of ancient stones, and modern-day monoliths. What threads connect these seemingly disparate tales?
I think one of the most compelling takeaways is that we humans are inherently storytellers. We weave narratives to make sense of the world around us, to explain the unexplainable, to connect with something larger than ourselves.
And sometimes those stories, passed down through generations, contain kernels of truth, right? Fragments of history that have been obscured or forgotten. It's our job as curious explorers to kind of sift through the layers, to separate fact from fiction and try to piece together the most complete picture we can. Does that resonate with you?
Absolutely. Even when we can't definitively solve a mystery, the process of exploration itself is enriching. It challenges our assumptions, it expands our knowledge, and reminds us that there's always more to learn.
Right, yeah.
It's like we're all detectives in a way, piecing together clues from the past to understand the present.
Oh, I love that analogy.
Yeah.
Speaking of clues, what stood out to you the most from all the information we've covered today? Which mystery sparked your curiosity the most?
For me, the recurring theme of giants is particularly intriguing. The sheer volume of stories and legends spanning across cultures and continents makes you wonder if there could be some basis in reality. And then there's the physical evidence, like the giant skeletons, the massive tombs, oversized artifacts. It's a puzzle that I suspect will continue to fascinate researchers for years to come. What about you? Which mystery captured your imagination?
I think I'm most drawn to the mystery of the Black Stone. The fact that it's both a revered religious relic and a potential meteorite is it's mind-blowing. It's at the intersection of science and faith, history and legend. It makes you realize how much we still don't know about our own planet, let alone the vast universe beyond.
Yeah, I agree. The Black Stone is a powerful symbol of the mysteries that still surround us. It's a reminder that there are things in this world that defy easy explanation, things that challenge our understanding and force us to expand our perspectives. And that's what makes this whole exploration so exciting. It's a journey of discovery, a constant reminder that there's always more to learn and explore.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And that's what we hope to achieve with these deep dives. To spark your curiosity, to encourage you to ask questions, and to remind you that the world is full of wonder just waiting to be uncovered.
So keep exploring those ancient texts, keep listening to those local legends, and keep your eyes open for those seemingly impossible anomalies. You never know what incredible discoveries await you.
After exploring all these stories, I can't help but wonder if there's a connection between the ancient fascination with giants and our modern day obsession with the unexplained.
That's an interesting thought. Maybe it's a reflection of our desire to connect with something bigger than ourselves,
Yeah.
something that goes beyond the everyday, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's ancient myths or modern-day mysteries, I think these stories, they really tap into our sense of wonder, our longing for something extraordinary.
Yeah, it's like those stories remind us that there's still magic out there, mystery in the world, even in this like technologically advanced age we live in. It's a good reminder that we don't have all the answers, that there are still things out there that can surprise us, you know?
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the most important things we can take away from today's deep dive. It's about embracing that curiosity, questioning what we think we know, and staying open to the possibility that there's more to the world than we can see.
So where do we go from here? What can we do with all this newfound knowledge and curiosity?
Well, I encourage you to keep exploring, delve deeper into those mysteries that really spark your interest, read those ancient texts, listen to those local legends, and keep an eye out for those seemingly impossible things. You never know what you'll find.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to challenge what you've always been told, right? Sometimes the most incredible discoveries come from those who are willing to think outside the box.
Exactly.
Who knows, maybe you'll be the one to uncover the next big mystery.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the unexplained. We hope you enjoyed the journey and that you'll keep exploring those mysteries that capture your imagination.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.